Stop repeating yourself right now. Every time you say, "Put your shoes on" for the 5th time, you are actually training your child to ignore you. It sounds counterintuitive, but the more you repeat, the less they listen. Recent data from the American Psychological Association suggests that parent-deafness is a learned behavior, and we are the ones teaching it. Today, I am going to give you a proven 3-step method to break this cycle, regain your sanity, and get your kids to listen the very first time you speak. This isn't about yelling or power struggles. It is about the science of connection. Let's dive in. Think about your typical Tuesday morning in a busy city like Chicago, or maybe a frantic school run in Los Angeles. You are standing in the kitchen, making lunches, and you shout across the house, "Hey, get your backpack ready!" Silence. 2 minutes later, you yell it again, louder this time. "I said, get your backpack!" Still nothing. By the 4th or 5th time, you are screaming. Your blood pressure is through the roof, and your child finally looks up, surprised, like they are seeing you for the first time. You feel like a failure, and they feel attacked. This is the broken record syndrome. When we repeat instructions, we are sending a clear signal to our child's brain. We are telling them, the first 4 times I say this, it doesn't matter. You only need to listen when I start turning red and screaming. We are effectively teaching them that our words have no value until the volume reaches a certain decibel. According to the Harvard Center on the Developing Child, kids' brains are wired to filter out background noise. If you are shouting from another room while they are focused on Legos, your voice is literally just white noise to them, no different than a humming refrigerator. Here is the hard truth. Research from the Gottman Institute shows that parents who rely on repetition often see a 40% decrease in compliance over time. Why? Because the child's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for following directions, shuts down when it feels nagged. It becomes a power struggle, not a communication. You aren't teaching them responsibility. You are teaching them how to tune you out. But there is a better way, a way that uses brain science to your advantage rather than fighting against it. In high-performance environments, like professional sports coaching or elite military training, they use a specific communication loop. We are going to adapt that for your living room. It's called the Connect, Confirm, Consequence method. This is the gold standard for behavior modification. It stops the yelling, stops the repeating, and puts the responsibility back on the child. Let's break down exactly how this works with 3 real-world scenarios you face every single day. Scenario 1, the screen time trap. We've all been there. In a high-rise in New York or a suburban home, trying to get a kid off an iPad. Scenario 2, the morning chaos, getting dressed and out the door. Scenario 3, the toy tornado, cleaning up the playroom. This 3-step method, connect, confirm, and consequence, works because it respects the child's neurological limits. When you connect by moving close, you bypass the amygdala's ignore reflex. When you confirm by having them repeat it, you ensure the selective hearing isn't actually a processing delay. And when you provide a consequence, you are building the cause and effect neural pathways that lead to true maturity. Over time, this doesn't just get them to put their shoes on. It builds a relationship of mutual respect. So, how do we start? You can't change everything at once. Start today with just one thing. Pick the one transition that drives you the most crazy. Maybe it's bedtime. Maybe it's the car seat. Today, decide that you will not speak an instruction until you are within arm's reach of your child. No more shouting from the hallway. Walk into the room, get low, and make eye contact. That is your mission for the next 24 hours. This week, move to step 2. After you've made that connection, ask them to echo the plan. Don't ask, "Did you hear me?" because they will just say yes while looking at the TV. Ask, "What is the plan?" or "What did I just say?" This forces their brain to engage. If they can't repeat it, they didn't hear it. And you simply repeat the instruction once and only once while maintaining that connection. You'll know you're on the right track when you see 2 things. First, your own heart rate will stay lower. You aren't getting worked up into a lather. Second, you'll notice your child starts looking at you when you enter the room. They are learning that when you show up, something important is about to happen. You'll see that glaze leave their eyes. You'll start to hear, "Okay, Dad," or "I got it, Mom," after the first time, not the 5th. But be careful. There is a common trap people fall into when they start this. Some parents use the connection step as a way to loom over the child or intimidate them. That's not what we're doing. If you are standing over them like a giant, casting a shadow, they will feel threatened, and their brain will go into fight or flight mode. They might listen, but it's out of fear, not cooperation. Always get down to their level or sit next to them. The goal is a partnership, not a dictatorship. Let's recap the core pillars we covered today. First, remember that repetition is training your child to ignore you. Second, use the 3-step method. Connect physically, confirm the message by having them repeat it, and provide a logical consequence. Third, stop the hallway shouting immediately. If you aren't close enough to touch them, you aren't close enough to teach them. Your first action step, starting the moment this podcast ends, is to commit to the one-time rule. Go to your child, get on their level, and give one instruction. Then, wait. Give them the processing pause, usually about 10 seconds, to let their brain catch up. You will be amazed at how much they actually hear when you stop the noise. Parenting is the hardest job in the world, but it doesn't have to be a constant battle of wills. By changing how you communicate, you change the entire atmosphere of your home. If this episode helped you, please leave us a review or share this with a friend who is currently caught in the broken record cycle. We're all in this together. See you in the next episode, where we'll talk about how to handle the big emotions that come when they finally do start listening. Until then, keep connecting.